Welcome back. So in this lecture, we are going to have a look at a very important concept, that is deep links. But before that, let us try to understand why do we need deep links. So I have got two test cases automated, this one and this one. So let me open the Android application and let me explain the test cases. So this is the application that we are working on. It is the demo application from Sauce Labs. So in the first test case, I am basically logging to the application. So let us say the username is standard_user and the password is secret_sauce. And then I am pressing the login button and it will show me the products page. And on this page, I am validating the title of this product as well as the price. And for the second test case, I am basically clicking on this product and navigating to the product details page. And here I am just validating the product title, which is Sauce Labs backpack. Now notice that for both the test cases, I am basically performing the login operation first and then navigating to the required page and then doing the validation. Now the problem with this is, for the first test case, I am not logging out from the application. And for the second test case, it expects the application to be on the login page. But in reality, the application is on the products page. And so it is going to fail. So let us check this out. So the app is launched. And now the first test case is executing and it is successful. But notice that the application is on the products page and so the second test case will fail. So in order to handle this, one option is to basically exit and launch the application again before the start of the second test case. So that way the application will be on the login page. Right? And the other option is to perform the logout in the first test case as well as perform it in the second test case. So that if I got, let us say, third test case or say fourth test case, or let us say I got 10 test cases, right? But with this option, I am unnecessarily doing the login operation in each of my test case, which is not really required. It will slow down my automation. Plus, the logout operation itself might fail either due to the automation issue or due to the application issue, right? So this will result in flaky test cases. So to handle this, we can go with the first option, that is to exit and launch the application so that irrespective of the state of the application, for every test case, the application will be on the login page, right? So in that case, basically we can implement a before method annotation and then we can call the driver, let us say driver manager dot get driver, and then we can close the app over here and then driver manager dot get driver and then launch the app again. So let us try this out. Okay, now you can see it exited the application and relaunched it, and then it is performing the login again for the next test case. And now both the test cases are successful. But now let us say you have got 50 test cases or 100 test cases, right? And for each test case, you are going to do the login operation and you are going to close and launch the application again. This will again slow down your automation and the login operation can fail due to the automation issue or due to the application issue, right? And in each of the test case, our actual intent is not to do the login operation, right? The actual intent can be different. That is, we could be on a certain page and from that page, we might be navigating to the next page and doing some validation, right? So for that test case, we want the application to be on that page. We don't want to do the login operation and then navigate to that particular page and then start from there, right? These are the setup steps. And it is always better to avoid doing these setup steps through the UI. So this is exactly where the dip links come in picture. Okay, with the dip links, we don't have to do the login through the UI. And the dip links can also be implemented in such a way that apart from login, it will directly show you the specific screen of the application. So we will have a look at the dip links in the next lecture.